Craig, the Calgary Flames have had a disappointing year, but they are still in the playoff picture, although it seems like they've charted their course already, making a couple trades. So it's not a question of will they trade. The one big question for the Flames is how deep should the sell-off go?
When you watch the Calgary Flames and you see the place that they're in, close to the playoffs, but are they a contender? I don't see them as a contender. They have some good players, some really good players, and that includes Hanifin and Tanev as potential unrestricted free agents this summer. So the goal I see for Craig Conroy and the Calgary Flames is how do you move your team forward? They're spinning their wheels, so to speak, right now. Not good enough to contend for a cup, probably not good enough to make the playoffs, yet there's a belief there that if you played at a certain level that maybe you could get in. I don't like maybes, Mike. I like to see a directed path. I think that's where Craig Conroy has gone. Trading Elias Lindholm. Now he's got two prize players in Hanifin and Tanev, teams around the league that are looking to try to strengthen their blue lines into the playoffs. These two players could absolutely do that. And more importantly for Craig Conroy, I think at a minimum, that's where it goes deep. To try to get the maximum amount you can get for these two players, to set your team up for the future where you can be a real legitimate contender.
Craig, I'm not content with that. I'm going deeper. That's the obvious. Hanifin and Tanev. I'm going deeper than that. Jacob Markstrom, to me, feels like this might be a unique kind of year because good teams rarely need goaltenders at the trade deadline. And yet there are a couple pretty good teams out there, whether it's Carolina, whether it's LA, or whether it's New Jersey, that would really be interested in Markstrom and the term that he has left on his contract. He appears to be open to getting dealt if that's where the Calgary Flames want to go. And I think this might be the time to go that route because they also have Wolf, a really good replacement to try to grow into it. By the time Markstrom is at the end of his career, the rest of this contract, the Flames will just sort of be getting to where the point where they're more competitive. So I like the idea of going at least Jacob Markstrom, explore that very seriously. Rasmus Andersson is the other name that's apparently out there. I would be leery of trading him because you do need players on your team. You're emptying out defensemen. He's a very good one. I think you want him to maybe stabilize your organization. But I would not just stop at the pending UFA guys. I would look very closely and look to trade Markstrom if I can get the kind of return I think I can get for him.
Yeah, well, I think the return for Jacob Markstrom could be significant. But if we're starting to go deep, and we're starting to cut real deep when you start talking Jacob Markstrom and Rasmus Andersson, really good players on really good contracts, to me, just put the dynamite in it and blow it up if you're going that deep. Don't stop there. Go to Nazem Kadri, go to Blake Coleman. Where can we trade you to? Because if you're going to go that deep, then they're just going further away from becoming any type of legitimate contender. So if that's the path they want to go, that's fine. They got to commit to it. Half measures are not going to work for the Calgary Flames. Full in, whether you're going to try to say we're going to kind of go to a point with these two players and then see where else it goes. If you're going to Markstrom and Andersson, don't stop there. Go way deeper.
Well, Craig, you know how hard that question is. Can we win with the group we have? And I think the answer is no. So why not go deeper? If the objective is to win a Stanley Cup, and every team is willing to try to do that, and the Calgary Flames have had a good team lately, but this group probably not going to win a Stanley Cup. So yes, Blake Coleman would be an amazing find for some team around there. And if he wants to maybe move along, I would take the TNT. Not because I don't like the players, because I do have good players, and the rest of the league knows that, and Calgary's not going to win with this group. So let's really mix it up to find a group that maybe they can win, even if it takes 2 or 3 years down the road.
Well, when you watch the Calgary Flames, you see a roller coaster season, and certainly that can be thrilling, and it can also create thrills in different ways. Certainly all eyes are on the Calgary Flames heading into the NHL trading deadline.